俄乌战争陷入焦灼，就担心普京杀红了眼。根据美国民调显示，高达69%的民众担心俄罗斯可能会祭出最致命的武器。
If Putin feels that his efforts are stalled, there's the possibility of a desperation move. More likely is that he could use a nuclear weapon on a Ukrainian target, use it on a city, and then demand that the Ukraine government has unconditional surrender.That's what we did in 1945 at Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
面对可能的核武威胁，美国其实长期以来都有模拟演练。这种被称为战争游戏的军演，就是例行的沙盘推演。
War games are used by academics, by people in government to basically lay out a scenario that could happen and go through it step by step to see how things might play out.
2020年2月，美国国防部就曾经模拟过与俄罗斯展开核武对战。假设北约国家遭到俄罗斯的核武攻击，美国该采取哪些因应措施？
The journalist Fred Kaplan reports on a 2016 war game held inside the Obama White House, in which the Russians intervened in one of the Baltic countries, a NATO country, and they used a single nuclear weapon against a NATO airbase, trying to end the war.
奥巴马时期的演练跟现在的紧绷情势有点似曾相识，当时也模拟了美国以核武反击俄国的可能性选项。
When told if the U.S. uses a nuclear weapon on Russian territory, they will consider that to be an attack by the United States and will respond attacking the United States directly. And so in this war game, the principals reportedly chose to use nuclear weapons and targeted them at Belarus rather than Russia, trying to stop escalation, even though Belarus wasn't involved in the initial war game operation.
美国如果真的要对白俄罗斯使用核武，其实并不是不可能。目前美国有100多枚核弹分散存放在北约盟国当中。
This is the new B-61-12 nuclear gravity bomb. This is the new version of it. There are already old versions of the B-61 nuclear bomb in Europe. They're in Turkey, and they're in Italy, and they're in Germany, and Netherlands, and Belgium.
美国一旦要发动核武攻击，将是由美国总统做出最后的决定。总统身边的军官提着手提包，就是发射核武的钥匙。
The president is the only person who makes the decision to launch those weapons, and sometimes they have as little as 7 minutes to make that choice, which doesn't really allow for a lot of critical thinking.
拜登选前承诺将采用不先使用核武的原则，也就是说，美国拥有核武的唯一目的，就是在遭到核子攻击等特定的状况下才会动用核武，但随着国际情势的演变，这项承诺可能跟着跳票。
I think already we were not expecting the Biden administration to adopt this policy of sole purpose because of the current climate, which, even before the actual war was very bad with Russia, as well as concerns about China's growing arsenal and a concern that our allies who rely on us for their defense would be unnerved.
也因此，拜登上任到现在还没有公布所谓的核武态势评估，也没有承诺不会优先使用核武。专家认为，这或许是拜登的一项战略。
The U.S. government and other governments practice nuclear war all the time, so that we are confident that we could retaliate if necessary. That creates an inherent tension because adversaries don't know whether we would only use nuclear weapons in retaliation or whether we might use them first.
目前美俄两国的核武数量加起来超过上万枚，仅靠着新削减战略武器条约来制衡两国的核武数量还有配置。
And in fact, that is the only treaty right now that regulates and limits U.S. and Russian nuclear forces. 18 times a year, United States inspectors go to Russian territory and, literally look at their strategic nuclear weapons and vice versa. We send each other notifications every time a delivery vehicle, a plane, a sub,An ICBM that's mobile.
目前分析研判，美俄出动核武的几率不大，但随着战情快速变化，一旦紧张局势被推向巅峰，美俄核战的危机可能不再只是过去的历史事件。TVBS 新闻综合报道。
请支持专门报道国际新闻的全新 YouTube 频道 TVBS 国际 Plus， 扩大视野，掌握趋势。邀请您订阅并且开启通知小铃铛。